Alright, so I'm trying something new. In real life I make fishing videos, so I'm gonna link that up here somewhere. But I've never made like a fishing video in Fishing Planet, like the format's the same. So I'm gonna try that. And today when I got on, I was at Amazon Made, so I was like, I'm gonna fish here. And I was looking to do some lure fishing because I know like some good spots to use bait, but I was like, let me figure this map out more and try some lure fishing. So that's what I started off with. So yeah, the last time I got on, I left off at this spot and it looks like I'm throwing a frog. So I was just checking the map to see where some good spots were to throw my lures, and I had a few spots marked from when I used to fish this place a lot. Cause I got the DLC first, but then when that ran out, I didn't come back until I had it unlocked actually. So yeah, I'm just checking my spots to see where I can fish at. So yeah, I threw the frog, but I wasn't really getting any bites. So I went to the store and I bought some shads, because with the frog I was bass fishing, but I figured with the shads I could catch a larger variety of fish, so I threw that out. And I ended up not even getting a bite with the shad. And I had like a black shad and like a glow in the dark shad, but I didn't get any bites on any of those. But I made like 1 or 2 casts and that was it. So yeah, after I was using the shad, I was like, I'm gonna just get in my boat and go to a different spot where I might have a better chance of catching some fish. So I got in the boat and I made a little run down the river. So yeah, I made it to this spot right here, and I checked the map and I looked at my mark and I was like, hold up, I've only used bait here. I threw out a bobber and I would farm Arapaima. So I was like, I'm not gonna throw a lure here. So I was like, where else can I catch some fish with a lure? So I checked my map again, and that spot looks good right there. I think I hit that later in the video. That's a really good spot for lure fishing. You can throw the, I think it's called like a duo swim bait. You can catch Arapaima back there, so that was a good spot. And right there, you can catch Trihero and Arapaima. So I was like, I'm gonna hit that spot. So I pulled up the trolling motor and I made another run down the river to see what I could catch. So yeah, I got to the spot. So I threw my shad out. And on the shad, I got a few bites. But I didn't really get any like fish to commit on. Like I set the hook, but either they were too small or I just missed the hook set. So I switched up. I messed with a few lures. I had a crankbait, top water, and I threw out this spinner bait, and I ended up catching a bass on the spinner bait. So at least I caught one fish in this spot. But other than this bass I'm about to catch, I really didn't get hooked on nothing. So yeah. So yeah, like I said, after I caught that bass and I tried a few other lures, I just moved to a spot I knew produced fish because I was just experimenting with different spots, different lures. So I was like, I need to go catch some fish. So I went to a proven spot where I could catch some Arapaima on the lure, and I got hooked up on a few good ones. Yeah, that's what I'm on my way to do now. So yeah, we pulled up to the spot, and the method I use here, I believe it's like a float. I forgot what size, so you can see in like the top corner of the screen. But I throw out a float with a what's it called, a large minnow, and you set the leader length to like as short as possible. And you just throw it out, and the Arapaima eat that up. So yeah, that's the method to go. And for the lure, I'm switching to it now. It's the duo swim bait. So you just get your duo swim bait and your large minnow on the float, and you just cast it out, and you get eaten up by the Arapaima. So yeah. So I got my first bite on a float rod right here. And so I picked the rod up, I reeled it in, and I was like, there's no weight on this rod. So then I forgot all about the piranhas. Some things are like little bait stealers. You throw out a big bait and the piranha eat it. I was like, you just stealing all my good bait. So we kept him and we threw back in. Yeah, so not long after that piranha, the fish I was looking for finally hit my float, so that's happening right now. And you can see by the rod bend that fish is what I was looking for. Just look at it fighting. So yeah, I picked up the rod and we had a fight on our hands. But my rod's like decent strength. It's probably too strong for the place I'm at, so I didn't really have to fight it too hard. But yeah, caught my Arapaima. So yeah, the fish got to the boat and we muscled him in, did a little boat flip. We got a regular Arapaima, not a young one, not a trophy or unique, but it's a nice fish, so I had to take a picture of it real quick. And I also leveled up. I had been on the verge of leveling up for like a while, but I was catching little fish, so I didn't really get the XP I needed, but finally got it. And yeah, we're gonna cast back out and see if we can catch another one. So yeah, I went to pick up my lure rod so I could reel in the slack on that, and as soon as I reeled in the slack, I had another fish up there, so the fish were biting in this little honey hole right here. And this orange rod I'm using right here, I think it actually came with the map. It's either this rod, it either came with this map or like the Amazon map before it, but I think it came with this map. So yeah, mess with this little Arapaima and decent money, you know what I'm saying? And as soon as I caught that Arapaima, one of the little bait stealers decided they wanted to strike again. So a float got hit by a piranha, and we had to get him in. They just be stealing all my bait, I swear. So yeah, I just sat at this spot for a few hours, in-game, not in real life. The time in-game goes by really fast. So I just sat at this spot, casted the lure out. Another Arapaima decided to bite, we got him in, and yeah. And then right here, the float rod got hit by Arapaima. So honestly, I think my float rod might be stronger than that lure rod I was using. So I don't fight them as hard on that rod as I do on that lure rod. But yeah, we got this one in too. Right here had to be like my favorite part of this whole fishing trip, because I casted my lure way out there, and then I was like slow reeling it in, and then when it got close to me, like right at the boat, I saw the Arapaima come up and hit the lure like right at the boat. So that was just cool to see. In like maybe 5 seconds you'll see that. So just pay attention to like in front of the boat, and you'll see the fish come up and get it. So I ended up moving into like the back of that honey hole I was in, because like in the entrance you can cast lures and stuff, but in the back it's like smaller, and I feel like it's just like more concentrated with the fish. So I threw the float in there, and I'm hooked on the one right now as you're watching me fight it. So yeah. So as you can see, it's 8 p.m. and I thought sunset was at 8, but it was actually 9. So since I thought it was sunset, I was like, let me go shark fishing, because I like fishing for them at night. So I got on my boat and I made a run to the shark spot, even though sunset wasn't for another hour, but we still got some bites out there, so it was good fishing out there. But yeah, I'm about to make this run, and I'll see you there. So yeah, in this spot in particular, I like to put the anchor down. So I got in my boat and I maneuvered back a little bit so I wouldn't like be too close right up on the spot. But I like the anchor because there's a current in this part of the river and it'll like move my boat out the way. And I don't want to keep fighting with the trolling motor and all that stuff. And if I put a rod in the rod stand, I can't use the trolling motor anyway, so it was just better to put the anchor down. And for the sharks, I throw out my float rod with the 7-0 hook, I believe, and I put chicken livers up there, and the leader length is as short as possible. And I used to use blood, but I found that chicken livers work better for sharks in my opinion. So I'm just checking my mark to see what I use for the catfish over here. But yeah, you can see my fish on the marks that I've made over here. Trophy bull shark, trophy Paraibo, however you pronounce that. So yeah, I threw out the chicken liver and it didn't really take long for a shark to bite. Like as soon as I threw it in, it seems like I got a bite. So yeah. And yeah, you can hear the river cruise party boat in the background. I thought that was a cool addition they added to the map. I don't know if you'll see the boat from this angle, but it's back there. So that's a cool addition. So yeah, I was using my heavy chaser with a 5-0 hook, and I went 5-0 because I don't want to catch a fish too big since my anchor's down and it's a weaker rod. I wouldn't be able to fight it, or I would, but I would just fight it for too long. But I got the bite and something interesting happened. I was reeling in the fish that you're seeing right now, and Fishing Planet decided to say fish was too strong, please upgrade your tackle. And I was confused because I've never seen that before in like the 3 or 4 years I've played this game, so that was interesting to me. But yeah. So you see my bobber and you see all that commotion in the water over there. That means the shark's about to bite. So I knew right here that I had a shark on. So here's another shark fight I did, and yeah. So yeah, I ended up getting the shark in, and you know I had to take a picture for the thumbnail, so that's what I'm doing right now. Get the fish, get on your knee, get that cool picture, you know. Sometimes you just gotta take a picture of your fish. Yeah, that was a nice shark. It was nice. And then after I caught the shark, the sun went down, so I did a quick time lapse of that. It was cool to watch. See the sky change from light to dark. And then at night, I'm pretty sure I got on like one more fish, so I'm about to see that now. That was on the bottom rod too. So that's probably like a light catfish on that rod. Maybe like I forgot what it's called, like a Caribbean or a flat whisker, one of the two. So I was wrong, it ended up being a small Paraiba, so that was cool. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I caught a limit on the river, so I just went to the next day to cash my money in. And if you like this kind of video, please leave a comment, because this is like the first time I've done it. Like I said, I make fishing videos in real life. I'll link that in the description, but I've never done like a fishing video style, like the same format on Fishing Planet. So if you like this kind of video, leave a comment and I read it, I'll respond. And I appreciate you for watching if you got this far. Can you like and subscribe? And thanks for watching. Have a good day.
Is that you again, Chris?